The last couple of inches are always the toughest because it's the most amount of friction and the most likely that the bit is to bind up. Now I'm going to put my toilet flange in. I put my flange in the hole, take a measure off the wall, 12-inch center, to the middle of where the Johnny bolts are going to go. You want to make sure you orient that flange right so that the bolts will be able to hold into that flange. Put a couple screws in the flange to hold it in place so I can get my measurements. Now I'm trying to line up this fitting. You can see that the bend of the pipe coming out of the cast iron isn't quite right, so I'm going to have to get another fitting to get this done. Here it is.
Just like I said, when you're working with a Sawzall, you want to be careful of things like this hanging wire, right? Put my Sawzall in, watch the size of the blade. That size of that blade could potentially hit those copper water lines right there, right? So you just want to be careful. Push that guard tight against the copper. Once you get that rut going, you're able to move that guard a little away from the copper and use the different parts of the blade, use the entire blade.
After removing all the copper piping, now I'm going to remove the floor of this cabinet. It's all it's already broken from water damage in previous time, so the carpenter is going to repair it. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull it out of the way, just so I can drill a hole straight down through the floor to make a better connection than the one that was already existing. Now I'm going to use a 6-in-1 screwdriver to take apart this clamp. Your 6-in-1 screwdriver, as you know, gets its name from its multiple heads and multiple purposes. This is a clamp that transitions between copper to PVC. We're going to reuse it downstairs. You can't reuse clamps from job to job, but as long as it's on the same job, you can reuse it. These transition clamps have two sides, a thin side and a thick side, because they transition between two different materials. The thin side would be for the PVC and the thick side would be for the copper. Even though copper and PVC have different wall thicknesses, the inside diameter of the pipe is always consistent. As you can see, that water just ate that copper.